Hi everybody, it's Andrea, aka Violet Kitty 411, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much to everybody who has been engaging with the channel with comments, likes, and subscribing. Makes this project so much more fun when I do have an engaged audience. Now today we are doing a redesign for the Picassos. Matthew has found his soulmate and Jessica has found hers. Now that they are married, where should they live? Should they focus on careers or creating a family first? Well, let's go ahead and focus on getting them a house first. But we're not going to actually roll for the house because Spirit Blossom actually suggested that I do this particular one right here, 1097 West Leisure Lane, because it has a heinous roof job and a questionable floor plan. So you know what, why not? And I actually already rolled for a multiplier, and so they are getting a multiplier of 2, which gives them about 70,000 to work with, and budget wise not going to be a problem. Style wise, that's another story altogether. I think heinous roof is the appropriate word. I'm not gonna lie, this is truly ugly, but let's go ahead and get that roof off and let's deconstruct it. But also, before I do anything, we are going to flatten the lot because this literally serves absolutely no purpose other than to give Sims like, it's a hill, I can't handle a hill moment. And yeah, there's literally no reason. So we will flatten the lot. Yes, I definitely want that flat. And we will also remove all terrain paint because I'm definitely also going to be changing this lot. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I don't know what, if anything, I can do with the roof because it is a difficult roof. If we were in Strangetown, I would just go ahead and say, let's do a flat roof. And I am not 100% adverse to that, but that's going to be like a last ditch effort because I don't really want to do a flat roof, but that might be the way we go. Or we might do something, yeah, I have another idea actually. Okay, so we are eliminating stuff here. I think I've got an idea. I think, yeah, I think I know what I'm going to do. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to build up. I know I don't usually build up, but I think that's the best way to go with this in order to, A, avoid this area right here with the roof line. And also they've got plenty of money, 70,000 for this. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. Besides, this is Matthew and Jessica, and he's a popularity sim. She's a family sim. She wants lots of children. I usually let her have about 4. So we're going to have to, we'll create a house that is appropriate for a growing family. So after using lot adjuster, your neighborhood imposter might look like this, and it's okay. I'm not worried. So I did something I very rarely do, is I actually increased the size of the lot for them, and I don't like the where it sits though with the traffic. I think I'm gonna readjust the location. I'll be right back. Okay, so that looks better right there. It just, my plans for this, I just didn't want it sitting right on that intersection. It's just an aesthetic thing. Of course, that's all this is aesthetics. So I did something I pretty much never do, which was increase the size of the lot instead of decrease. And the reason being is I felt like Jessica and Matthew are going to have children, and the children need places to play. So yeah, that was one of my things. And I'm going to go ahead and give them a garage, but that's not going to be all that difficult. It's not like, you know, I don't I don't have to go through hoops in order to create a garage for Matthew and Jessica. It's just, it is what it is. Just plop that right there and remove that. So much easier. And you know what? Let's use one of the, yeah, we'll use that one. I just feel like they're going to be a little bit hippy dippy, and I'm here for it. Yeah. Now, Jessica and Matthew are both in the military, so this is not going to be a particularly luxurious build, but I think I found one that's going to work well for them. So we're going to enclose the garage. There will be a powder room close to the front door right here. This is going to be the less formal family room, and this will be the more formal living room, but it's not going to truly be formal. They both are fitness enthusiasts. That's probably because they are in the military. Jessica likes nature, and Matthew likes sports, I think. They're predestined. I'm going to have to double check that. But we are going to go up, you know, we're building up because we've got the funds. And so we're going to put this much of an upper floor on. And we will end up having two different balconies, one back here and one over here. Now for the roof line, I chose that. And because I'm just wanting something a little more interesting. And so that is what we're doing for the roof line. Now for the upper floor itself, this will be Matthew and Jessica's bedroom. There is going to be a 2x3 bath here for the children that will eventually come. This is Matthew and Jessica's bathroom. Then over here we have two other bedrooms. So it is going to be 4-bedroom and 2.5 bath. And that's our floor plan. Now I just have to decorate it. Okay, so this is the finished, by finished I mean having all the finishes on it, other than apparently the carpet, which I clearly forgot. I'm kind of torn between this one and this one for the nursery, because I don't feel like the nursery should actually have access to the balcony, but this is the smallest of the rooms, so 6 of one, half dozen of the other. But yeah, this is going to be Matthew and Jessica's room with their private bath, and then 3 other bedrooms, and then the downstairs, and plus the half bath here. And I did enclose the yard, and I will definitely have some fun decking it out. We do have access to the backyard through the kitchen, and I'm debating between here and there. I think I'm just going to put it furthest here, right there. And then they can get into the kitchen from the garage, because that just makes sense. And now I'm going to furnish it. Now, if you're looking to save money, one of the ways that you can do so is actually by saving on your plumbing, and Jessica and Matt have some pretty basic plumbing fixtures, and the 2.5 baths are done just like this. The floor is from Life Stories, and the wall is from The Sims 1. I want to say actually the Superstar expansion. And just because you're going a little bit budget, it's not a super budget, but a little bit budget, doesn't mean you can't be stylish. So we're going with some high-end appliances, some relatively medium grade counters, and actually going to create a bit of a breakfast bar. And she's also going to choose the Bollywood bar stools from Life Stories. Over here we have our eating space in the kitchen with dining for 6, because I did say I usually let Jessica have 4 children. Now in the master bedroom, we have the atomic bed with two modern side tables, and we're also going to include the luxury bureau to go with it to just really fill out. Things aren't matchy-matchy, but they blend very nicely. So even though Jessica and Matthew are currently elite forces, which would be enlisted, Jessica really doesn't have any high aspirations of reaching the top of her career, so she'd like to get started on her family. So let's create a nursery. We've got the crib with a mobile and a cozy quilt over here. In this area of the nursery, we're going to put the changing table, a chair so we can stay up with our fussy baby at night, and once they get older, a little potty chair, and we'll decorate it with the curtain and the little lamb picture. And over in this corner, we're going to create the play area with the toy box and the activity table, the bear, the chalkboard, and some decals. And I really wish that this chalkboard were usable because that would be super cute. Now both of the other bedrooms do actively lead out onto the front balcony, and so we've got two beds here plus a dresser. And over here we've got a little bit of an entertainment area. And the smallest of the four bedrooms would be for the oldest to have to him or herself. So we've got the IKEA couple dressers that can also double as nightstands, as well as the bed. And again, this one does lead out onto the front balcony. Now it's time to furnish the informal living room. We're using the comfy stuff from Freetime, along with the bohemian rug and the comfy couch, as well as the chair, pulling together with a coffee table. And now we're going to have a little bit of a reading nook and the small electronics. Everything very cozy. And of course, Matthew is a gamer. So in addition to his small electronics, we have a chess table. And his lifetime hobby is actually art. And he and Jessica both have to pursue fitness because of their careers. And now in the living room, we are going to use the more modern stuff for Jessica and Matthew. And it just does flow nicely and have a little bit of a juxtaposition. Over here, we have another reading area. And the desk over here. And of course, you know that I do love a dresser with a phone as soon as you get inside. Now let's take a final tour. We have a lot of nature for Jessica. I really wanted to do something much more modern, fun, and funky because I've always thought with Matthew's artistic side and Jessica's nature side that they would really like something very modern, and that's what I got. So entering through the front door, we are presented with a very modern sitting room with a reading area, a desk area, and a formal conversation area. And then off of the sitting room, we have four different things: a staircase leading upstairs, the kitchen, the family room, and a small little powder room. So the kitchen does have dining for 6. They are not gourmets, but family is very important to them. So the kitchen is the heart of the home, and there is access to the garage with all they can currently afford, a little hatchback. Back in the living room, we enter the family room, and we've got reading, gaming, art, and fitness. Then going upstairs, we have a very small hallway that has 4 doors. So to the left, we have Matthew and Jessica's bedroom, a mixture of atomic, modern, and luxury. And of course, they have their ensuite. Directly next to them, we have a bathroom and the bedroom for the oldest of the 4 children that they will eventually have. And the bathroom is identical to Matthew and Jessica's ensuite. Then on the opposite side of the landing, there are 2 more doors. This one is to the nursery, the only room that does not have a balcony. It just occurred to me that a baby should not have access to a balcony. Sweet cuddle times here. And the bedroom for the 2 middle children to share. And they also have a gaming system that they can enjoy. And from the kitchen, there is access to a patio and a play tower. And with the modern roof line, I feel like this is definitely much more attractive than it was to begin with. And of course, I got a lot more space out of it. So let's put the Picassos in and see what they think. So with their multiplier, their budget was $70,858, and this came in at $70,072. So let's go ahead and buy it. Right. Telling some jokes about missiles and top secret computers, because that's what the military should definitely be talking about. Okay, so let's have a moment of discovery. You first, Jessica. Take a sniff. Yay, nature. And now, Matthew, what do you think? Arts and crafts, woohoo! Now, Jessica, go ahead and relax on that bed. It is only 3/4 of a tile away, and yes, she can get into it. Wait for your handsome husband. And Jessica, how about a little kissy kiss? And how about a little bit of a woohoo? And do we hear a baby chime? We do! Congratulations, kids! And now they'll each get a little cleaned up and explore a little more, just to make sure they can indeed walk around that dining room table. Fine. And now why don't you go sit in the car? Just sit in the vehicle. And so yes, with the door right on the driveway extension, he can get in just fine. And why don't you compliment your husband? And where did the bear go? You had it in your hand. You had the bear in your hand. What'd you do with it? Did you lose it? Okay, the teddy bear magically teleported over here after she carried it downstairs. So Matthew went and grabbed the Mr. Humble's computer, and now we're going to go play some Sims 3. And Jessica, why don't you join? Okay. And Matthew, why don't you answer the phone?
Sure, why not?
and get in her way. But that's fine. Would you like? Sure, not a problem. Well, I feel like this is going to be a good fit for our lovely Picasso kids. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see you soon in the pixelated world. That's all I have to say. VK out.